Testing. Hello. All right. Here we go. Let's have some music. Here we go. Okay, let me just set up a little bit here. All right. I'm on Twitch. I'm on IRC. All right. How is everyone? It's just about 4 o'clock, so I'm just gonna get started. I've been doing a lot of debugging. It's all looking good. Actually, let me pause for a second. Let me pause for a second before. I just want to make sure. Between my PMs, you should have a valid link for my SMM++ patch. I updated last week. Do I need to update again? Let me just make sure. Nope. I don't know what that is. Oh, wait. Is that it? One 1.6.3. Is this what I want? Check the subject line. Oh, that's what I wanted. Is this right? I thought I already had this, but maybe I don't. Okay, let's see. All right. Now let's get that. Okay. Okay. That's good. That's good? What else? Do I need to update? Push. That's pretty funny. Do I need to update anything else? I hesitate to do that because it'll take me forever, but let's try it. If necessary, I'll do it. Oh, back roads. Okay, I guess I do have to update. All right, well then, in that case, I'll chat a little bit while we update. Sorry, it should be. We'll see how fast it is. I'll chat a little bit while we update because I do want the latest version. I was going to show this later, but I'll show just my progress on bug fixing. I'm down to 7 bugs. 7 bugs left to go on 1.7 beta 5. So I'm hoping I'll release tomorrow. Tomorrow's probably a good time. I think I should have all of these fixed. I just fixed this one, and I think the rest will be fairly straightforward, if not easy. So I think we're doing pretty good on that. My plan is to release a 1.7 beta 5 sometime around tomorrow. That's going to have the bulk of the bug fixes. I mean, this is how many bug fixes I've got. No, not that one. I've got about almost 100 bug fixes in 1.7 beta 5, so that's pretty decent. So that's going to cover a lot of the really important bugs. In fact, if you look at, let me get rid of these guys. I've fixed a whole bunch of priority bugs, although not as many as there are. and I'll end up fixing about a couple more. That one's priority. That one's priority. So yeah, I'll fix up with 9 or so priority bugs. Priority bugs are the ones ones that have been mentioned in some master lists. If you remember, I had you guys do some master lists a while ago, and so basically I just went through all these master lists and I picked out all the bugs and I found the ones that are labeled priority. This is the full list, which I know there's a lot, but you know we'll get to them bit by bit. But so this release I fixed a bunch of them, and I'll just continue to fix them. So that's kind of my plan. So we'll do a beta 5 tomorrow. After that, I probably continue fixing bugs for maybe a week, 2 weeks at the most, and then do a release candidate of 1.7, and then we'll be on our way to shipping 1.7. So that's kind of my plan. In the next 2 weeks, that's when I'll start tackling some of the workshop issues and other stuff. So if there's stuff that you guys are interested in fixing, this is for this train. Start agitating if necessary. But I think I've got a lot of the major stuff, so I think people are going to be fairly happy with all the fixes. So we'll see. All right, how are we doing? 57%. Okay, keep talking. Other than that, I think I'm doing pretty well. Once I'm done with 1.7, then it's all going to be part 2. I'm just going to go back to backfill a lot of the content in part 2. There's a ton more weapons and items and devices. I mean, basically, the bulk of the game still needs to be created, and so that's what I'm going to focus on after 1.7 is released. Just keep on fleshing that out. I'm excited about that. I think there's going to be some really good stuff in there. I think there's some fun stuff. So I think that'll be great. And then after that, once I do a ton of work, I'll probably spend a couple months on part 2. We'll just try to do releases incrementally, and after that we'll be on our way towards 1.8. 1.8, it's a little ill-defined yet. It's going to be mostly, so far, the things I know about 1.8 are it's going to require the things that I need for part 2, but in terms of other stuff, it's still a little up in the air, and over the next month or so or a couple weeks, I'll plan a little bit more. So I think that's going to be good. Let's see, what do we got in terms of chat? Sorry, I'm just reading chat. Chain detonating luminous are amazing. I will miss them. I don't know exactly how. I'm going to tone it down. I don't think I'm going to eliminate it. I'm sure it'll still happen a little bit. What's the verdict on contributing C++ code on GitHub? Is that something we can do, or is there problems with that? There is no problem with contributing C++ code. If you want to submit some fixes, please do it. The only issue is, and some people have done it before, and it's not a problem. You just have to give me some written rights assignment. Basically, you have to just be able to say. That the code that you are providing now belongs to Kronosaur Productions, that you are giving me this code. Otherwise, we just get into a legal nightmare. So that's the only issue. And the way I've done it on GitHub is just, there's just through an issue tracker, you can just say that, hey, here's code that I want. I'm giving it to you, and that's it. Now the other obstacle, of course, is I may not accept your changes depending on what the changes are, but if it's like something that you're really you're gonna spend a ton of time on, let's talk first before you spend a ton of time doing something. But if it's like, you missed there's a bug here and here's the one-line fix, then that's much more reasonable. That's almost certainly stuff that I just take. Okay. Luminous really are long overdue for rebalance. Yeah, probably after 1.7, I'm going to spend more time on Eternity Port also. There's a ton of stuff on Eternity Port that I think needs just to be cleaned up and added, for sure. ship change. Yeah. Armor rebalance is the other 1.8 thing. I absolutely agree. I think that's another huge thing. Um, that's all I think a great thing. Okay. I think we're probably ready. I think we're ready. Let's continue and get started. Do I have to shut down anything else? No, I'm good. Okay. Oh, what did I do? What did I do? DC4E. That's back. That's gotta be back roads, cause that's the only thing that just changed. How did that happen? Did Backroads remove something? Or is that can't be, no, that can't be SNM, that can't be, no, it is? I'm surprised because I thought it loaded fine with the, well, okay, well, if you can give me a patch, that'd be great. It's, just to tell you, it's 0230, yeah, that's right. DC4E 0230. Oh, good. Okay, awesome. Love it. New patch. Sorry, guys. I guess I'll prattle on a little bit more. Yeah. So 1.8, I think armor balancing is a good one. The other thing I want to do, and this is just more long-term stuff. It's not all going to go into 1.8, but one of the things about, I think, if you think about transcendence, what is it? What makes transcendence special? One of the things that I want to be able to say at some point is that almost no matter what you want to do in transcendence, you can do it. So, whether it's be a slave trader or, a pirate or a hero or, join the fleet, join the resistance, whatever, all these things should be possible. Mining, trading, and of course, there's a bunch of things that we can't do. I think bit by bit over time, I want to start adding more of those things. In 1.8, one of the things I think about is just flying a capital ship. There's a lot of mods that do capital ships, and I think they're all amazing. But obviously, what you want, it'd be great if you had a little bit more of that. A difference between flying a capital ship and flying, just a little gunship. And so that I think is going to require some interface changes, maybe certainly some engine changes, but it'd be great to be able to have just a different experience when you're commanding a capital ship, maybe a capital ship surrounded by a fleet. I think that's the kind of stuff that I think would be awesome. I did a lot of that work in the CSC America stream, and I'm thinking a lot about how I can just take some of that work and actually put it into Core Transcendence rather than an entirely separate game. And I think if I can do that, that would just give Transcendence a little bit more legs. In that path, CSC America essentially becomes an adventure on top of Transcendence rather than a separate game. I don't know if that's all going to work out, but that's one of the things I want to experiment with 1.8. So I think that's what's going to be kind of cool. Okay. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I think that's the kind of stuff that I would love. All right, I'm waiting for messages. Not yet. Okay, we'll be fine. Um, the other thing I want to do in 1.8, and again, this might not all get into 1.8. There's some stuff that just obviously I just won't have time. But the other thing I want to get into 1.8 is just a lot more of the kind of ad hoc emergent encounters. I of course want to do more canned missions or more story driven missions, but I think there also need to be a ton more missions that just spontaneously appear, whether it's from just random events of xenophobes passing by a station that trigger some kind of response from the station, and maybe the player can get involved in some way, or whatever. Even the bug report about rethinking some of the container stuff, container mechanics. I love that. I mean, I think there's a ton of stuff we could do there to just make that a richer mechanic. So there's a ton of those kinds of things that we can do in 1.8. Again, we may not get to all of it, but I think that's the direction that we can continue to go. So that's the plan. Okay. Snippet sent, check inbox and copy paste into XML. Like mail or PM. I will try. Don't read my mail, guys. Not that you care, really. No mail. PM? Not yet. Ah, there it is. It's here. Okay. Thermocannon. All right. Oh, select all. That's what I want. Okay. You'll have to tell me where to put this. Maybe here. Ah. At the end? It doesn't matter, I presume. Okay. Sounds good. Let's try it. Better. Hello everyone, welcome once again. My name is George Mormisato, I'm the developer of Transcendence, and I'm in the middle of quite an amazing adventure. This is a modded game of Transcendence, heavily modded with lots and lots of new content. Normally the Transcendence core game just kind of takes place over here in these kind of shaded areas. But with the back roads and with the Stars Beyond and with Renegade and a bunch of other extensions, we've got all this new content. And so here we are making our way. We've made all the way through here, through the back roads, into the frontier, and now we're going through into looks like into the Iron Ground jurisdiction. Let's see what's and I think we just met. Here's the Iron Ground garrison. I think this is pretty cool. Maybe I'll ask on Twitch or IRC for a quick description of Iron Ground, and then I'll read it out at some point. But here we are. Let's see what we got in the map. Oh, so I haven't explored this system very much. Let's or actually no. You know, I think last episode I did explore it, but I think I died quickly. I think that's what happened. Did I get killed by Solarites or Trinity? I don't know. Well, in any case, I'm gonna scan around. I'm scanning a little bit off center because I don't want to just run into things. I just want to get close enough to scan, but not so close that I'm gonna die. There's Trinity, which seems pretty horrible. I think that's what killed me last time, but I don't remember. These are cool. These are huge asteroids. It's kind of a cool ring. I kind of like how the look of it. It's just they're just massive asteroids. Let's see if these guys have anything good for me. Last time I know I bought some heavy orthosteel, but I didn't have enough for these two. I think my next step is going to have to be a new reactor, right? I mean, I think I'm at 350 megawatts, and I probably want to get at least to 500, 600, maybe a gigawatt at some point. I think that's probably what I want. I thought there was more stuff here, and maybe this is exactly how I died. But I thought there was more stuff. Alright, not much. Okay, then let's go in. Let's go forward. Anything good here? These guys take Nara. Ooh, nanocarbide. These might be good. Can I afford any? Alright, I think let's think about those. Those might be good. That's 400 hit points, and that's pretty decent. I might need that. That might be pretty good. I could afford that. So let me know if that's something I should spend my hard-earned Nara on. And here's domain. Anything good here? Nothing. Upgrades. Level 7, that's about the same as mine. That's about the same. Any good, actually, let me see if they've got any good reactors. No. Okay. Alright, that's fine. Okay, well, I think we might be... Let me head back to the Iron Ground. Let me read some chat. And then I'll pause probably. I'll head over here. Okay, Okay, the Iron Ground are broken off from Commonwealth around the Sirtis War era, formed their own settlements, and eventually became a distinct sovereign. Cool! Cool, that's awesome. Iron Ground initially started off as a very early task force of the Commonwealth fleet. They took a wrong turn, set up shop in a station that had attacked them, and established and expanded themselves over time. Their main opposition in the back roads is the Yatfuan Accord. Got it. The Yatfuan Accord. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool, I love it. Also, Iron Ground and the Dominion do not see eye to eye. Oh, okay. Oh, and do not attack Trinity right now. They need nerfed badly. Yes, I think that is how I died last time. Did I do a mission for these? Oh, that's right. No, the missions aren't quite there yet, but that's okay. I think I do get a military ID by coming here. Can I sell anything to these guys? Oh, right. That's all the stuff I get to sell. Which is not a ton. No, that's too bad. I really wanted that. Alright, well... Can I identify that guy? I think I couldn't identify that one last time. Yeah, no. Maybe I'll still sell it, but alright. Okay, so I think I'm just going to move forward. I think I'm just going to go to AEP6, which is this one. Unless people have a better idea. Titan steel armor. Oh, cool. Titan steel armor sounds good. There's a bunch of dead stuff here. I'll take it. These look like solarite. Yeah, they're solarites. Love it. Okay. And then maybe right this one. By the way, one thing I changed in in the newer versions, I changed some of the spawning rules so that I think this station might still spawn, but stations won't spawn like right near a gate anymore. Gates are always considered enemies for purpose of enemy exclusion. So you know, that hopefully will fix some like problems. All right, let's go through here. Let's see what we find. Okay, onward. Oh, look at this stuff. Okay, so here I am. Here's another Stargate. That's going to Everglow. Oh, that's cool. Oh, man, I wonder if I can make my way through the Outer Realm. I don't know if I could survive the Outer Realm right now. Okay, that's kind of a standard UAS station. There's a start, which is cool. Whoa, 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 who are these guys? Omnithor. Ah. Try to avoid those guys. Oh, there's the artifact. That's why they're there. Okay, we'll give them a wide berth and go out of here. All right, let's go in. I'm gonna need some fuel at some point, but I think my task should be a reactor. Let's see if I can figure out how to get a new reactor. I still really want to do this stuff. This is so cool. This is all part of Playership Drones, which I love. Five armor seconds. Okay. I won't do that until after, because I know I will lose this player ship. Here's an underground garrison. Anything good here? I guess I can just do buy here. Now something's going on over here. Should I buy some crystals? Someone tell me. Ooh, dual fusion fire. Is that going to be better than my dual tritium? Probably, but probably only for base cracking. XK650 petard. Oh, that's cool. A cloud of tritium-based weaponry or shots. That might be pretty fun. It's credits though. Oh. Oh my god, they're giving me like a huge discount. How about this one? Don't hit me. I sold my Titan Steel. Oh, I hope no one minded. Whoa, ranks. Jeez, these dreadnoughts. And oh, awesome, Dreaming Horde. No wonder this is going. No wonder they're going nuts. Wait, how many? That was probably Omnithor. Oh, no, that was ranks. Okay. What's going on here? The start is not gonna last. Yeah, it looks like. Oh no, it's ranks. With the new super-powered A-cans. What do I got for missiles that can help against the ranks? M-Force? Oh, he was stunned for a second. Oops. Dang, yes. He's almost dead. And so am I. Got him. Jeez. I don't know if that was worth it, but it was sure a lot of fun. quad mount. Jeez. I'm not gonna sell this. Oh, damaged patch spider's not good. Let's go repair. No, I've got a patch arm, but you know what? It's nice to repair. Research lab? No. There's an Armstrong or Asterian class. Nope. Let's see if these guys will buy stuff. Mark 4 howitzer. I probably don't. I think I wanted that one. But again, I need better reactor. Okay, let me read. George, I want to run you through Ironground space and into Yatfuan space, and from there to Jang Star and into Renegade System. Oh, awesome! That's a perfect idea. That's a perfect idea. Check for missiles. Yes, excellent idea. That is an excellent idea. Nope, unfortunately no. And these guys don't have them either, because these guys are just Razzier Messer, but I'm just gonna... just in case, you never know. Yeah, no. By the way, another thing I've done in this release, and I might not help this station, but I have more of the missiles be based on system level, although it's not going to help. It actually is probably going to reduce some of the levels, but that's alright. Anything else I can sell? Nah, I think we're good. Okay, so tell me which... I'm going to check out the system, but get prepped for which Stargate I should take. Let's see what else we got around here. What are those guys? Ooh, whatever it is, I'm gonna loot it. Ah, now I'm full. Okay, maybe I should sell then. Uh-oh, bug. Bug. That's my bug. Huh, I think that's my bug. Maybe it's not. Interesting. Okay, let me sell some stuff. I don't want to sell that. I should probably sell this, because I'm not going to install this, am I? And I'll probably sell this, because again, I'm probably holding out for something like that. Plus it's 40 megawatts, which I don't have. Solarite blasters. These I can totally sell, because I'm never going to use those. Not much credit. It's not that heavy anyways. If I can find Terratons, I think I can sell some of that stuff, but man, it's heavy, so I don't know if I want to hold it on that long, but we'll see. We'll see. Okay, let's go up here. And then I think we're done with this system. There's not much here. Unless you guys want me to take on the ranks. Ooh. Or the Dreaming Horde. I don't want to take on Dreaming Horde. These guys aren't gonna have much. Ah, wish I had a nice patch run. I'm not even bothered with those. Actually, let me still keep trying for missiles. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Let's buy some of these. Sure, M5. Oh, these are heavy, right? No, that's okay. Medusas, I love Medusas. M2 Vulcans. Oh, these are the Hercules. I never tried these out. Let me try that one out before I decide to buy more of those. Ooh, somebody just neutralized the Dreaming Horde. That's pretty cool. Oh. It's gonna come back to bite them. What's this M3? It's not tracking, I presume, so I'm gonna have to... Oh, wow. I completely missed. But now I get it. It's like a shotgun. They're a little heavy. I think I'd rather the... These are fragmentations. Let me buy these. Okay. Let me pause and read. Also, the Mark IV is a good gun, but not right now. Mark 6 might be worth it, but probably not. M3s, get the tritium injector. Ooh! Tritium injector? I missed that. Was that in here? Oh, there it is. Good catch. Yeah, okay. Now I can use that on my... Nice. I love that. Good catch. See if there's any more. M3s, because every other missile has fail-safe. So I should get the M3s. Okay. Oops. Alright, I got no problem. So the strategy with the M3s then is just get really close. So that's probably good for... I should probably refuel. That's probably really good for capital ships, but maybe capital ships that don't have a ton of... Let me refuel with this, because I got so many of them. Alright. Okay, I think I'm good. So now I gotta go out the Everglow Stargate. I think that's what we decided. Oh, that's so cool. That is so cool. Let's check this out. This looks cool. Everglow. I haven't found any gates, but let's... whoa, what's that? Oh, recycler. Okay, that's alright. Is that my bug, by the way? No, sorry, I'm wrong. Okay, ship order requires target... Oh yeah, no, that's not my bug. That looks like Rogue Fleet. Oh, turrets. I don't know if I want to, but... Oh man, Dream Horde attacking turrets. I don't want to see that battle. Park here for a bit. Are they doing any damage to these guys? No, he's fine. He's still fully armored. Those guys are not. They're not being very good at actually hitting the turret nest. interesting. Scarab. Oh, and there's the nomad. It's busy on something. It's busy hitting asteroids. Oh, is that a dead nomad or what? What is that thing? It doesn't look damaged. Gilded armor. That's cool. Why is that? That guy looks like it's not. Is that a? I can't tell what's going on with this guy. He looks dead, but he's not damaged. He doesn't look damaged. Oh, maybe it's just me. Damage might be over here. These guys. That rogue fleet base would be a good place to test the M3 out. Alright, that sounds good. I just want to avoid... Oh, too late! Too late! Oh, hey, what a nice surprise. S3 is nice. Whoa, 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 who are you? Whatever you are, you got killed. Oops. Reconnaissance cube wreck. Oh, reconnaissance cube. Cool. Let's build it more. I could probably help out. There we go. Nice. Oh, Kairu missiles. Oh, I can't hold those. I'm full. I'm full. I gotta sell. Okay, I might as well sell. Do these guys have anything I want to buy? Positron cannon. Whoa. Mark 5, side-mounted Mark 5, Infinity Salamander launchers, or Infinite Salamander launchers. That looks pretty cool. Omnidirectional Electron Bolt. Let me sell some stuff, see how much it'll buy. Oh, this is probably the best offer I'm gonna get. It's a huge discount, but tough luck. Unless you guys think otherwise. Probably sell these. I gotta sell these. That's all they'll buy. M4s. More M3s, more M3s. Mortal field generator. Let me know if there's something else I should buy. The M4s are pretty good. Although I think I've got a bunch of them. How many M4s do I have? Oh, I don't have that many. Okay. That's it, and I'm full. I'm full. It's too bad I can't sell anymore. Is there anything else? I'll use up some of these missiles. Is there anything else I can sell? I want to sell this one because it's super heavy, but I know I kind of want to use it at some point. Let's keep looking. Sell the APC. Yeah, okay, I will. Alright, I'll sell the APC. Oh, another rogue fleet settlement. Okay, let's check out the M3s out. There we go. Get about 40 of them. We gotta fight up the... For these I should use the S3s, but... now I get it. There we go. Nice. Look at that. Yep. Works fine on immobile targets. That's pretty deadly. Heatwave howitzer. Ooh, cool. Ooh, shockwave. 120 megawatts though. Man, 120 megawatts? Well, I should loot those. Let me jettison some stuff that I don't need. That's probably... Oh, that's 6 tons. I'm gonna jettison these guys. These are... No, they're not that expensive though. There's nothing... I don't have anything to jettison. What's taking up all my... That's all these missiles, the Medusas. I hate to jettison that. But I couldn't find a place to sell it, so maybe I should just jettison. It's like 6 tons, and instead I'll loot these guys. I can't even loot that. Okay, let me go sell. I'll go around. Ooh. I can sell this. Anything good to buy? I have blasters. Okay, that's all good, but nothing I need. Let's keep going. Ventari. Oh. Get away. Ares outpost. Oh, they've got side-mounted howitzers. Jeez, there must be Omnithor around here. I always think it's fun when you see guys with side-mounted stuff. It's kind of cool. Let's see if they dropped one. Yeah, damaged. Uh-oh, there's Hilo. Here's lightning. I can sell that. Hilo, don't get upset. Don't get upset, Hilo. Okay, that's got it. Okay. Let's keep looking. There's Omnithor. I'm probably gonna avoid those, but tell me if I need to take them on. Let's see what we got. No, nothing. sir. Rogue fleet cache, which is pretty easy. Uh-oh. Oh, Hilo. Hilo. Let me finish this, Hilo. Oh. He doesn't like it. Whatever it is, he doesn't like it. There we go. Nice! More S3s. I gotta start using them because I'm just loading up on them without actually using them. Alright, let's sell some stuff here. Let's sell. So I'm gonna just sell this because that's a pretty decent price. I'm gonna keep that. I'll sell that. Obviously keep my missiles. Oh, I gotta sell these. And that's it. Anything good to buy? Advanced tritium, 200 megawatts. I need something. Side mount. I can't afford any of this anyway. 10G deflector. Here's some heavy ortho steel. I guess I can buy that, but I can't even mount it right now. Alright, that's it. Unless there's anything else you guys need me to buy, I think we're almost done exploring. There's Dreaming Nexus. Skip them. Looks like there's a bunch of. Oh my god, there's some. God. Oh jeez. Oh jeez, I'm in the middle of. Oh, there are those guys tracking. Oh. Okay, I'll just avoid you guys. And I have no room to loot stuff, so. There's so much stuff here. There's Ares, there's Lord of the Outer Realms. I think I can take. Okay, how about some? There we go. And some for you too. There you go. You want some? This is nice. I like this. I like the M3. Oh. There we go. Was there one more? Yeah, this one. I think if I... that's not helping. Oh, that's not too bad. So that. Heliotropes? I don't think I can refuel with heliotropes anymore. Massive kitten carapace. Zero cheap beverage containers. Awesome. That's great. I guess I could pick those up. That's cool. I wonder where these come from. Tartan out. Alright, I think I'm good. I think we're gonna go avoid these guys. I think I'm gonna go this guy's caught. plenty of missiles. Alright, let's go one more. Let's go to start Everglow, and then I think we're going to move on. And amazingly, it's already almost the end of the episode. Let's see, let's sell. I really might want to sell this guy. Talk me out of it if necessary, but I think I probably do want to just sell him. I really. Oh, let me look for reactors too. But I want a good reactor. Let's see what these guys got. Okay, here we go. Here we go. I can't afford anything. I'd want either this one or this one. No, that's 250. No, no. I want this one. Oh, and this is just. I think I can afford it, but I just don't have the room, huh? Wait, how big was that? Doesn't say how. I wish it said how massive it is. Let's see if I can buy it. It's 25 tons? Jiminy. That's not gonna fit. 25 tons? I need a bigger cargo hold. Although, maybe devices don't count as cargo. No, it's the other one. Yeah, it's the other one that's the problem. It's this guy. Oh, I thought it said how massive it is. I guess I gotta go. No, I guess I can't do it. Well, that's another bug I'm gonna have to fix. Did you guys decide that I should sell this? Because it's 8 tons. I think this is, if I can just sell this, then I think I can replace this. Yes, here we go. 280,000 credits. I'm doing it. And I'm probably gonna refuel. Oh, I can't use terracnium. That's gonna kill me. Oh, that's gonna kill me. I better buy some of those because I haven't found too many of those. Ooh, tritium injector. Yeah, they don't have a lot of those. This might be bad, but whatever. We'll see. We'll see. Okay, anything else I can sell? Well, I guess now I gotta sell these because I can't use them anymore. Let's use this guy. 20%. Alright, keep on going. Ranks. Tangent Stargate, awesome. Now tell me where I'm supposed to go. Have I found all the Stargates? Is there... It looks like there's a Stargate that I might have missed. It's probably out here. Let me know, but I think there's a... You would think that there'd be a Stargate kind of going further into the Iron Ground and beyond towards ungoverned territories, but I'm not sure, so let me know. Oh, I forgot to sell the old reactor. Also look up to see my frantic missile use hints. Oh, I missed that. Oh, so there's nothing, just tangent. Okay, so I should go through tangent. Okay. Ah, Ventari. Don't hit me, don't hit me. Okay, tell you what. Let's go through tangent, and let's end there. I think that's a suitable place to end. We'll maybe look around a little bit, because it's always fun when we get into a new system. Start tangent. Cool. This is cool. Let's look around a bit. I can't help looking around. Mocked Coven Paulus. Oh, okay, we gotta check those guys out. Ah, Ventari. Ventari. Leave. Okay, next step, now that I've got a nice reactor that I'm probably never gonna be able to refuel, I'm gonna try upgrading my shields. Nexus. Let's see what's around here. Ares Commune. Ares Outpost, which I can definitely take. There's the next Stargate. Okay, let's go through here first, just real quick. Somebody's attacking. Looks like Dreaming Horde. And those look... I don't know what those are, but they're pretty cool. Those are cool looking. Those are pretty cool looking. What are those? Guys, I just said you're cool looking. You don't have to attack me. Oh. You guys guarding something? They're like mean variants. Are you miners that attack? That's kind of cool. Alright, well that's it. Let's end the tangent. Oh, you guys. They're not worth wasting missiles on. Okay. I think we're good. We're gonna end the start tangent. Oh, if the Dreaming Horde doesn't kill him first. We got Iron Ground, we got Astartan, we got Farians. A bunch of Farians. It's unusual that they'd be... it's just bad random generation. The Farians get spawned not in the asteroid fields. Let me sell my reactor while I'm here. Oh yeah, definitely sell. Nice. Anything here? Not much. Not much. Okay, that's alright. Oh, okay. Well, there's... Ooh, cool. Alright, there's a ton of stuff here. I'm going to leave that for the next episode. Thanks again. This is pretty cool. I've made it pretty far. I upgraded my reactor finally, which is huge. Now I'm going to be able to get some really more powerful weapons or whatever. Or shields, you know, whatever's necessary. And then I think we'll be able to tackle deeper into the underground, into Yatfuan, and then on to Renegade. I think that's going to be a lot of fun. We'll take us, I think, all the way up here. I think that's going to be fun. Through Jang Star up here, we'll go all the way up here. That's going to be fun. I think that's going to be really cool. So we'll look forward to that. But until then, thank you guys once again for watching. I didn't die this episode, which is no small feat. So I will leave you with that and see you all next week. Alright, guys. How is everyone? That was pretty good. You know, I kind of... Not a ton of action, but I did get to upgrade, which I'm kind of excited about. So I think it's going to be set up nicely. And I really like the idea of going through Iron Grounds and then, you know, towards Jangstar and then up to Renegade. I think that's going to be fun. As always, I've missed most of the chat in IRC and Twitch, so please refresh my memory if there's anything in chat or Twitch or IRC that you want me to pay attention to. So let me know. And of course, any questions that you've got, I'm happy to take them. Okay, let me see. Sorry, I sent you to the wrong gate. Oh, so I should not have gone to... Well, you have to tell me. Okay, well, next episode. Next episode, I think maybe we'll just tell me where to go. Stop using M3s when you don't need them. Sorry. My main advice is get rid of your old S1 and S2 missiles. Okay, well that's good to know. That's good to know. Go back to Everglow and look for 9-3 Rex. 9-3 Rex. Okay, that sounds good. That's fine. Yes, this is Q&A. So if you guys have got some Q&A, feel free. 93 Kappa Rex. Yeah, that's so funny. I didn't know that there was a emoticon for Kappa. But whatever. That's really weird. I don't even know who that is. Okay, what else we got? Yeah, and not use M3s, yeah. I have a request for the betas. Actually, before I take it, I figured I should run it past. How is documentation going to look in Ministry eventually? Is there a way I should format wiki pages to make moving them over easier? Great question. I think... okay, let me just hang on a second. Let me just take these one at a time. The documentation, the whole, the problem is the DocuWiki stuff. The syntax is just slightly different from MediaWiki, which is just slightly different from Ministry. So I think that's going to be just the biggest obstacle. I mean, in general, the stuff in Ministry I was hoping would be in Ministry. The way I would hope it would go is just, you know, using sections and all that, so I think that's all going to work. DocuWiki, I think the sections has a different syntax for sections than MediaWiki. Ministry kind of uses the MediaWiki style, but unfortunately, I don't know. That's so I don't know exactly how that's whether that helps you or not. But that's what I would say is whenever possible, try to avoid DocuWiki formatting that is not going to translate easily to like Ministry type formatting. That's all I would say. But you know, don't worry too much because we'll just write a translator that'll go from one to the other. So that's how we'll do it. Question: is it okay for laser or other light speed beams to have greater than 100 rel speed to make it look better for 30-40 light second attacks, such as converging beams? Yes, I think, yeah, I think so. I mean, I didn't do this in 1.7, but you know, I think we agreed that we want to move laser and some of the other ones to essentially faster than, you know, what's currently 100 today. So I think that's probably good. I think that's the right thing to do. In 1.8, I think I will move a lot of the laser stuff to be, you know, at relativistic 100% relativistic speeds, which I think will be just, I don't know. That'll be the right thing. George, would you be open to adjusting the damage adjusting curve to add an extra 1% damage level between the 2% and 0% levels? Now, we're talking about, like, pretty far into the damage curve, I think, right? I mean, you're talking about... I think you're talking about, I don't know, like, several levels in where you're far you're underpowered against armor, I think, is what you're talking about. I mean, we certainly could, but if you're that underpowered, wouldn't that, I mean, wouldn't you have other problems besides, you know, the difference between 1% and 2%? But yeah, conceptually, I don't think that's a problem. Basically, this would make kinetic and laser weapons do 1% damage at L10, not 0%. Thus, human tech can always damage human tech rather than measuring and not hurting L10. Oh, I see. Oh, that makes sense. Oh, right. That does make a little bit of sense. Dang, yeah, you're totally right. You are completely right. You are completely right. Yeah, why don't you take at that? I think that makes sense. Yeah, I think that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. I mean, we can also consider, and again, something like that 1% versus 2%, I think we can do just in, you know, we can do in 1.7. That's not going to affect much of the balance. But in 1.8, we may consider a more radical change. I mean, maybe maybe we never go to 0% for any damage type. You know, I don't know. You know, we should think about that. Okay. This makes things... Yeah, exactly. Beams with lifetime of 2 is a bit ugly, so I thought about using slightly faster for 1 lifetime. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. It would be nice for an asteroid to do massive kinetic damage to seriously high-level stuff. Yeah, that's exactly right. I mean, I think we may want to do that because you don't entirely want to go to 0. But I don't know. We can talk about it. Hey, do you remember Lord of the Outer Realms, George? Yes. Right. Yeah, I think that's okay. I mean, I think that's okay. I mean, basically all we're saying is that just, you know, damage types essentially are useful for a longer period of time, and I think that's okay. I mean, that's just going to give us a little bit more variety in terms of what damage types to use. So I don't have a problem with that. And it's the standard game where lasers don't show up too much further than level 5, I think is not going to be altered by changing those tables, you know, up 6-7 levels away. So I think we're okay. Semi-random gripe: kinetic as a first-tier damage type is sort of ridiculous. You shouldn't be able to hit a ship with an asteroid and have the captain ask his questions. Did you feel something? Yeah, and again, we're talking about whether or not it should go to 0 versus 1, and I think you're right. We can go to something better than that. I have an ion damage weapon I might put in part 2. Yeah, I think that, again, for those reasons, we probably want the damage curves to be a little less steep, and maybe, again, like I said, maybe never go to 0. little shuttle fought the good fight. Okay. Kinetic immunity annoys the hell out of peeps who pass the physics class. Yeah. World ship armor also has the issue of an outright immunity causing class of weapons to become obsolete. Yeah, that's true. In practice, I don't know if that's that bad, but I think that's a good discussion to have. Is a custom disarming status okay for ion damage? Device disrupt is too strong, and EMP won't cut it. I'm not sure what you mean by custom disarming status. If you mean you will use like overlays and, you know, on fire or on, you know, weapon fire or on hit or whatever to implement essentially your own type of disarming, then yes, I think that's awesome. I think that would totally work. You know, there's no rule that it says that the only types of disarming are device disrupt and EMP. If you want to come up with some other ones, I think that's great. I think that's great. And if it's one of those things where it gets traction and it's successful and a lot of people like the mechanic, we'll just put it into the engine and then you won't have to do an overlay. So it's go for it. Yeah, please go for it. I think that would work. I mean, the whole concept of ion damage is it's supposed to have these kind of disarming effects, but you know, different weapons can have different types of can disarm different things. So I think that's totally great. I had a graviton weapon with a disarming effect, but I'm moving to a chain lightning weapon. Yeah, that's great. By the way, the other thing that you should know, and I don't do this too much yet in part 2 because I just don't do, you know, there's just a lot missing. But I think nano damage in part 2 is going to fill the niche of ion in the sense that nano damage is going to just have, you know, persistent effects on whatever it hits. So that's the thing, because you know, that also I think fits, right? I mean, you get all these nanites or whatever hitting your ship, and they're going to do something, and what they do is going to be dependent on the type of nanites. So that's the, you know, disarming effects and other kinds of persistent effects are going to be done through nano in part 2. But again, there's no reason why you can't do it through ion too. I think that still works. That's not a problem at all. Okay. If a station changes sovereigns at some point, do any reinforcements it calls after the change show up under the old or new sovereign? That's a great question, and I have no idea. I think it'll do the new one, because I think we don't create the ships until after the actual reinforcement, and at the time that we do the reinforcement, then we check the, you know, then we take the sovereign from the station. But don't quote me. A really old post mentioned Sung using zoanthropes. Would you still consider that true? I certainly don't remember that. I'm not sure I would still consider it true, to be honest. I'm not totally sure I would. I kind of like Dwarg being the only ones to do. But I don't know. It's a good one. I don't know. It certainly wouldn't surprise me if there were, you know, some relationship there. It wouldn't surprise me if some parts of the Sung use zoanthropes. I wouldn't say it's a major part of their society. Let's put it that way. It's not like, yeah, I don't think it's a major part of their society. But if, you know, in the interest of not having a planet of hats, it's okay if there's like a group of Sung who use them for whatever reason. I think. I don't know. Love to hear other opinions. That reminds me, I have a nano beam weapon that's a knockoff of the Korath Disruptor. Partially penetrates shields and does armor hull damage from in the sky. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. I think that works. Speaking of lasers, spawn a few Shekis? No, did I spell it right? No, I didn't. Sneaks? Snacks? Ah. S-N-E-K-K-E. There we go. When you said a few, how many did you mean? Sneak class? Is that how you pronounce it? Snack? Sneak? Sneak? I definitely wouldn't want world ships to lose their immunity. It makes them much more interesting opponents, even if power creep has made their defenses less outstanding. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I kind of like that immunity too, and I think it does add to the diversity. So I'm definitely agreeing. Personally, I would swap them for extreme resistance rather than immunity. Yeah, I mean, for all practical purpose, I think that's what you're gonna end up with. Meaning if all, like, let's say, level 1 through 5 laser weapons are effectively don't harm the world ship, but it's not that it's immune to laser, it's just that it's just at those levels you can't get through. That's okay too. Yeah, I agree with that. But again, I think that's a separate debate, and I think that makes sense. Speaking of nano damage, any chance of implemented nanite burn degradation as an engine side effect? I think one of the... I mean, I do that with overlays. If I think I understand what you're talking about, in Part 2, one of the weapons is a nano-based weapon that basically does damage over time. It just kind of burns through armor over a period of time. And I just do that with an overlay. But if you're saying put that build into the engine, maybe I should do that. Regarding the construction element, and thanks for pointing me to that, by the way, I would never have thought to check Luminous. How do max constructed and standing count play together? Ah, God. I don't know. Let's go to the code. Let's go to the source. Sorry guys, I know if anyone who's bored by source code right now, feel free to tune out. But let me just do a quick check. I'm not going to waste everyone's time, but I will do a quick check. Okay, so update reinforcements is the key piece of code. And so here's the construction rate. Here's calc number of ships. Ah, okay. So the answer is they do not interact. So it's separate. If you go through the construction path, if you're going through, the construction element, then it gets the max ship construction from that element, whereas the reinforcement stuff comes from reinforcement count. No. Oh, here it is. Min ships, minimum ships, and standing count. I think that comes from there. So so there are two separate things, and so they don't interact. Which I don't know if it's good or bad, but that's how it works. Okay, back to this. Can you add a ship order that makes a ship patrol a set of points? You can do that. The way I do that, unfortunately, you can't do that with a single order. But the way I do it is, I create a bunch of markers at each point. You can do the syscreate marker call to create markers. Create those markers. Each of those markers is an object, and now you do orders to basically just go from one marker to the other using either approach or one of those commands that essentially goes to the next object, and then make them go all the way around. That's how I would do it. There's no simple way to do it, but if that's how that's how I would do it. GitHub. Sorry, I'm looking. Yeah, sorry, I'm looking at now. Zephyr just showed me the place in my code where I say that some slavers are use various slave servant races. That's really pretty old. That's really pretty old. I don't know that I'd stick to that. I think I'm coming up with a slightly different backstory for slavers now. That I think is not going to be quite. It's not incompatible with what this says, but it's probably emphasizing something differently. So yeah. So I don't know. I'm not sure that I would totally stand by what I just wrote many years ago. Snickers. It's Norse. Snick. Yeah, I tried looking into copying that weapon from part 1, but was talking about the nano weapon. Yeah, so that I think argues for having some kind of built-in core support for that. But honestly, the way what I would do then is just essentially add properties on an overlay, like a way to just quickly specify on an overlay that it burns a certain amount of damage. So well, I can look into that. Oh, also, how was the cyber attack reboot going to work? Probably as a disabling attack. So, it would basically, your ship would basically, while rebooting, would essentially be disabled as if by EMP. So it was something like that, and then presumably if you had a quantum CPU or something, maybe it wouldn't work or something. But that was the idea. You should probably drop by the Anachron forums and tell them what's going on with the game. They've been kind of neglected. I know, I do feel bad. Anachron maps have a serious bug where the game degrades into unplayability. Oh, that's too bad. That's unfortunate. Is it because of the nebulas? I guess I'll drop by. Oh well. George reboots the cyber-attack system in old torture form. Hey, I didn't reboot the cyber-attack system. That's just old notes. Also, I'm legally obligated to say, we told you so regarding the collapse of the old form. I know. You guys are right. But this is why I always argue for. I don't know about argue, but this is why I always intend to eventually move everything to the Hexarch infrastructure. I think Ministry is held up. I mean, despite its lack of features, in terms of robustness, I think Ministry is held up rather well. And I just want to eventually move all the stuff to that infrastructure. And there's a ton of advantages. So that's kind of what I'm going to do. What happens in Anachron is called the no capital bug. Yeah. I think I'm familiar with that. Sorry, I gotta look at that thing again. That post about features by level. Yeah, this is fairly old, which is not to say that it's completely disavowed, but lots has changed in terms of both lore and just game mechanics. So I'm just looking because I want to see. Enemies Iacrim, enemy abilities, who knows? Yeah. I mean, obviously this is not fully complete. But this is, I think, what's, I don't want to say interesting, but this is basically was kind of intended to be the first pass of the leveling system, to kind of pace the game in such a way that each level had sufficiently interesting enemies and interesting weapons for the player. So that was really the goal of this document. Of course, a lot of things have changed. So that's, yeah. Like, the other thing that I think is interesting about this document is how, you know, where you see the brackets and there's X in there, that means I actually implemented it, and where there's no X, I never did. There's a lot of things where I actually did implement, but I never went back to put the X in here, and that's because, like I said, this document kind of fell out of use at some point. Okay, let's see, keep going. You can code your own, talking about the forums, you can code your own in the 2040s, but we did need to migrate years ago. Yeah, I got no complaints. You're right. You are right. Adrian has begged me not to say this. That says APs ever, but a ministry page is basically a mini forum. Yeah, you know, I think that, yeah, I would not, I probably wouldn't go that far. But I do like, there's a lot more interaction in ministry than there ever was in the old track system, the old bug system. So that to me counts as a success. I mean, the fact that there's a lot more interaction in ministry, and all the work I want to do in ministry is all about increasing the interaction there. So you know, that's not entirely wrong. But you know, we still want a separate forum system with all the forum features that we know and love. I like the Smash radioactive system idea in the old doc. Yeah, I never quite figured out how to implement that, so yeah. Oh god, thank you for putting up with all the griefers. Strike, I think that's it's annoying, but it's a thankless job to keep the community clean, but we gotta do it. So thank you. Exactly. Alright, well, as always, thank you guys. Thank you guys. This has been fun, at least for me. As always, like I said, I'm working very hard on 1.7 beta 5. That should go out tomorrow. I've just got a few more bugs. I'll take misplaced homophobic actual intelligent trolling. You know, at least the thing about that is, at least it's easy to tell that it's something that needs to be banned. If you actually were smart, you could actually come up with some interesting trolls that you wouldn't be able to tell. Is that trying to be offensive or not? So yeah, at least that's an easy decision. Any ETA on the revival of Super Secret Dev Wiki? Ah, yes. Yes, T-Tech said any day now. Any day now. It was hopefully today, but maybe later tomorrow. But very soon. It just needs to be upgraded properly. I wrote a mod that scrambles a lot of XML and crashes lines, but it creates ridiculous results. That's awesome. I recently learned it's actually illegal to use the Red Cross, Red Crescent stuff in media without the IRC approval. I think that is correct, which is why I tried to morph it, and I smashed the two together. So I'll either get sued by both or by neither. Yeah, it's in this case, this is a fairly low impact thing, in the sense that if I get a cease and desist letter, it would just literally take me a couple of hours to fix and deploy a new version. So I'm actually not too worried about it. And if Transcendence gets to the point where it's popular enough that the Red Cross cares, oh, goodbye, Helen. If the Red Cross actually cares about Transcendence, I think we'll have done pretty well, and I'd be happy to change the logo at that point. Give me the... In that vein, droid is used in Auton dealers. Is it really? Oh, I didn't know that. Or I'd forgotten that. Yeah, that's a little bit more, again, easy to fix, trivially easy to fix. So I think that's probably worth fixing at some point, especially because I never really intended to use the word droid, or I never consciously intended. Let's say that. Killbot, yeah. That's why first aid kits have green cross. I didn't know that. That's interesting. I didn't know that. You know, I think from their perspective, I totally understand. But this is about the Red Cross. This is unlikely to cause confusion. Although you never know. I know they are. I know it's all legally, so who knows. Yeah, put up a ticket about droid, because there's no need for... I don't need to have the word droid in there. Even though no one's going to notice, there's no reason not to change that. So why does the player only talk to characters by docking? Yeah, you know, that's another thing that I would love to be able to add is more communications options. Be able to, like, you should be able to communicate with passing ships, you know, using the communicate menu. I think that would be pretty awesome. I just haven't gotten around to doing it. It's, but I completely agree that I think would be a pretty good idea. Okay. Yeah, you know, there are ways to handle it. You know, we probably would end up with a dock screen, but there, you should at least be able to hail another ship, and then maybe go into dock screen, or hail some ship and, you know, have an interaction either in a mini dock screen or a real dock screen. I don't know, but I think that might work. That might work. Yeah, I think that's the kind of stuff that I think would be cool. I mean, again, in the spirit of, you know, if a player thinks they should be able to do it, the game should have some response to trying to do it. So I'm okay with that. All right, I am gonna go take off now, but thanks again, as always, lots of fun, and I'm gonna continue fixing bugs, and I'll get a build to you guys hopefully by tomorrow. But until then, thanks again, and see you next week.